Hi, so we're going to look at mean, median, mode, and range today. I do expect this to be pretty much of a review for everybody, and this screen is a great screen if you want to pause it at some point and look and read over every single part of it. I'm not going to do that because I do expect this to be pretty much of a review, but I'm going to hit on the key things. So let's first talk about mean. Mean is also known as average, and the way we find average is by adding up all the numbers and dividing by how many there are. You find average in a lot of different ways and a lot of different reasons. For example, to find your average in class, you could find out what your grade is in your math class or social studies class by finding out all your grades totaled up together and dividing up by how many there are. Let's move to the right, median. Median is known as the middle number. Now, before you can find the middle number, you do have to place the numbers in order from least to greatest. So there we'll find the middle number. If there is no direct middle number, for example, if there's an even number of variables, then you'll take the two middle numbers and find the average of those, or find the middle of those numbers. Let's go to the bottom left, the mode. The mode is the number that occurs most often. We're looking for a number that repeats in your data set to find the mode. Now, the nice thing about mode is there's not always a mode. For example, if there is no numbers repeating, you would say there is no mode, not zero mode, because zero is a value. You would just say there is no mode. If there's more than one number that occurs the same amount of times, both numbers would be considered your mode. So for mode, you may have none, you may have one or two or three or however many numbers repeat. And then the lastly is range. Range is the number that is the difference between the highest and the lowest value. So once you put your numbers in order from largest to smallest, you take the largest, subtract the smallest, and you have your mode. You have your range. Let's go ahead and try an example here. So for this data set, we are going to find the mean, the median, the mode, and the range for all of these values. Let me get my pen working. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and start with the mean. So to find the mean, I'm going to go ahead and add these numbers up together. And there's a lot of different ways we can do that. One thing I like to do is, especially when there are so many numbers, is I like to go ahead and add as I go. So for example, 8 and 6 is 14. 7 and 5 is 12. 6 and 2 is 8, and 8 and 5 is 13, 9 and 9 is 18, and 5 and 4 is 9. And one thing I would do is double check your answers. So 8 and 6, 14, 7 and 5 is 12, 6 and 2 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13, 9 and 9 is 18, and 4 and 5 is 9. So there we go. We've got all of our numbers. Now let's go ahead and add these up together, and you can do that again in a lot of different ways. So like I'll start at the bottom here. 9 and 8 is 17, 17 and 3 is 20, and then 20 and 6 is 26. Carry that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 66 total. Now we want to divide 66 by however many numbers there are. So let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm dividing 11, which of course would equal 6. So my mean is 6. Now to find median, I need to put these numbers in order from least to greatest, and that actually will help me with my mode and my range. So let's go ahead. Our smallest number I see is 2. And you'll notice that I do like to cross them out as I find them. Let's see, our next smallest number would be 4. Our next smallest number would be 5, and there's 1, 2, 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see here, we've got 1, 2 sixes, 6 and 6. We've got 1, 7. We've got 1, 8. Oh, I hope I have enough room. And we've got 2 9s, 9 and 9. Okay, so there we've got it in order from least to greatest. And again, there was 11, so I would just count just to make sure you've got all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got them all. Good. All right, so our median is the middle number. So there's a few ways you can do that. I like just to either underline or cross them out and just find my middle. So I'm just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I learned that 6 is my middle number. So 6 would be my median. It's always nice and easy when you have your numbers in order from least to greatest because you have them all clumped together to pick your mode. The number 5 repeats more than any other number, so 5 would be my mode. And lastly is the range, which was the highest number, which is 9, minus the lowest number, which is 2, equals 7. So your range for this example is 7. So there's our mean, median, mode, and range. One more time. All right. So let's go ahead, and again, I like to add as I go. It just seems to make things a little bit easier. So 4 and 17 would be 21, and 17 and 4, that would be 21 again. I'm not going to add those two. I'm going to leave 27, but I can add 29 and 20 together real quick to give me 49. I'll just leave 24, and then I'll do 34 and 4 to get 38. It just gives me my numbers a little bit smaller. All right, let's see here. So we've got 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 7 is 9, 9 and 9 is 18, 18 and 4 is 22, and 22 and 8 would be 30. All right, and then we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 180. So we are dividing 180. Oh, my pen stopped working. We're going to be dividing 180 by 10. Those zeros can cancel out, so it goes in there exactly 18 times. So my mean is 18. That's my average for those numbers. All right, let's go ahead and do our median, and just like we did before, it's best to go ahead and get those numbers in order from least to greatest. So my smallest number I see here is 4, and I've got 3 of them, so 4, 4, and 4. All right, let's see here. My next smallest number would be 17, so I'm going to add that, and I've got 2 of those. Then we've got 20, we've got 24, we've got 27, oh, I'm running out of room again, 29, and 34. I'm just going to have to put it down here on the side here. All right, 34. All right, so real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and do my mode. I see it very clearly. My mode would be 4. It happened more than any other number. And now let's find our median. So 1, 1, 1, 1, just going back and forth, back and forth. All right, here's where one of those examples is, where I don't actually get a middle number, and that's because there's an even number of variables that I have here. When I divide it by 10, 10 is an even number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 17 and 20, and what I'm looking for is the middle number between 17 and 20. Another way to think about that is you're finding the average of 17 and 20. So I can add 17 plus 20. That would give me 37. And then I'm going to divide 37 by 2. Add a decimal and a 0, bring it down. So my median is 18 and a half. Now notice my median is a number that is not even a number in my number set, and that is just fine. It is still considered the middle number of that data set. And then the last thing is the range, and the range is the largest, which would be 34, minus the smallest, which would be 4. And so when I subtract, I get 30. So that's how you find mean, median, mode, range. I think y'all will do great. Good luck.